What if I told you that one of the simplest things you do every day could quietly influence your blood sugar? I'm not talking about a new medication. I'm not talking about an expensive supplement. And I'm certainly not talking about one of those miracle drinks you see advertised online. I'm talking about plain water. Yes, the same water that's sitting in your kitchen right now. Most people think drinking water is easy. You feel thirsty, so you drink. Problem solved. But after the age of 60, your body handles water differently. At the same time, blood sugar becomes more difficult to control even if you've never been diagnosed with diabetes. What many people don't realize is that when you drink water, how you drink it, and even what you're drinking instead of water can all influence your overall health. Not as a miracle, not as a cure, but as one small daily habit that supports the systems your body relies on every single day. The best part? It doesn't cost anything, and you can start today. Stay with me because one of the biggest water mistakes happens in the first hour after waking up, and most adults over 60 make it every single morning without realizing it. Why water matters more. After 60, before we talk about the best way to drink water, let's understand why it matters. As we get older, our bodies naturally contain less water than they did when we were younger. We also become less sensitive to thirst. That means you may already be mildly dehydrated before you even realize you need a drink. If you have prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, there's another challenge. When blood sugar stays high, your kidneys work harder to remove extra glucose from your bloodstream. To do that, they also remove water. That's one reason frequent urination and constant thirst are common symptoms of diabetes. Research published in Diabetes Care suggests that dehydration may make blood sugar more difficult to manage because there's less fluid circulating in the bloodstream. Think of it this way. Imagine making orange juice. If you keep adding water, the juice becomes more diluted. If you remove the water, the juice becomes more concentrated. Something similar happens in your bloodstream. When you're dehydrated, glucose becomes more concentrated. Staying well hydrated helps support your body's normal processes and allows your kidneys to function more effectively. Water isn't a treatment for diabetes, but it is one of the simplest habits that supports your overall metabolic health. I'm Dr. Richard, and on this channel, I help adults over 60 understand the science of healthy aging using simple, practical advice you can actually use. Now let's look at the habits that matter most. Habit number 1, drink water within 30 minutes of waking up. Let me ask you something. What's the first thing you drink in the morning? Coffee? Tea? Nothing at all? Many people go several hours after waking before drinking any water. During the night, your body continues losing water through breathing and normal body functions. After 7 or 8 hours without drinking, it's perfectly normal to wake up slightly dehydrated. That's why one of the easiest habits you can build is drinking a full glass of water soon after getting out of bed, before breakfast, before coffee, before checking your phone. Research suggests that beginning the day well hydrated supports normal kidney function and replaces fluids lost overnight. One of my patients, Robert, who's 69, used to start every morning with 2 large cups of coffee and almost no water until lunchtime. He often complained about feeling sluggish during the first half of the day. His doctor recommended one simple change: drink a large glass of water first. Within a few weeks, he told me he felt more alert in the mornings and naturally began drinking more water throughout the day. Did water solve all his health problems? Of course not, but it became the first healthy decision of the day. And that's often how lasting habits begin. Habit number 2, don't wait until you're thirsty. Here's something many people don't know. By the time you actually feel thirsty, your body may already be mildly dehydrated. As we age, our thirst signals become less reliable. That's one reason older adults are at greater risk of dehydration than younger people. Instead of drinking only when you're thirsty, try drinking small amounts consistently throughout the day, not huge bottles all at once, just regular sips. Research from the National Institute on Aging encourages older adults to pay attention to hydration because thirst becomes a less dependable guide with age. Here's a simple trick. Keep a reusable water bottle where you spend most of your time, next to your favorite chair, on your kitchen counter, in your car. People naturally drink more water when they can actually see it. Sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't forgetting to drink, it's simply forgetting the water is there. Habit number 3, drink water before meals. Now here's the habit that surprises many of my patients. Try drinking a glass of water about 20 to 30 minutes before eating. Why? There are several reasons. First, it helps you begin the meal already hydrated. Second, some studies suggest it may help people feel fuller, which can naturally reduce overeating. and maintaining a healthy weight is one of the most effective ways to support healthy blood sugar over time. One review published in Obesity found that drinking water before meals may help reduce calorie intake in some adults as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Notice what I said, may help. It's not magic, it's simply one small habit that can support healthier eating patterns. Margaret, one of my patients in her 70s, started keeping a glass of water at the dining table. Before every lunch and dinner, she finished the water before touching her food. She later told me something interesting. She wasn't trying to lose weight. She simply found herself eating a little more slowly and feeling satisfied sooner. Small habits often create unexpected benefits. So far, we've talked about when to start drinking water, but here's where many people accidentally undo all their good efforts. The next few habits are about how much water to drink, what beverages to replace, and the common mistakes that can quietly work against healthy blood sugar. And one of them involves a drink millions of adults enjoy every single day without realizing how much sugar it contains. Drink water after waking up. Don't wait until you're thirsty. And have a glass before your meals. Now let's look at 3 more habits that many people overlook, but together they can make a real difference in your daily routine. Habit number 4, replace sugary drinks, one at a time. Let me ask you a question. How many sweet drinks do you have in a typical day? Maybe it's a soda with lunch, a sweet iced tea in the afternoon, a flavored coffee on the way to work, or perhaps a glass of fruit juice with breakfast because you've always believed it was healthy. Here's the problem. Many of these drinks contain surprisingly large amounts of added sugar. A single can of regular soda can contain around 35 to 40 grams of sugar. That's roughly 9 to 10 teaspoons. And fruit juice, although it comes from fruit, often contains just as much natural sugar as soft drinks because the fiber has been removed. Without that fiber, the sugar is absorbed much more quickly. Research consistently shows that regularly drinking sugar-sweetened beverages is associated with a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and can make blood sugar harder to manage in people who already have it. Now, I'm not suggesting you have to give up every favorite drink overnight. That's rarely how lasting habits are built. Instead, try replacing just one sugary drink each day with water. One. That's it. One of my patients, Carol, was 72 when we first talked about her beverage habits. She wasn't eating much dessert. She wasn't snacking all day, but she drank 2 cans of soda every afternoon. Rather than asking her to quit completely, we made one simple change. The first soda became a glass of chilled water with fresh lemon slices. A few weeks later, she replaced the second one as well. She told me the hardest part wasn't giving up the soda. It was believing such a small change could matter. Over time, those small changes became part of a much healthier routine. Sometimes it's not the food on your plate, it's what's in your glass. Habit number 5. Keep water where you can see it. Here's something that has nothing to do with biology. It has everything to do with human behavior. We naturally do more of what we see. Think about it. If a bowl of cookies is sitting on the kitchen counter, it's much harder to ignore than if it's tucked away in a cupboard. Water works the same way. If your water bottle is hidden in the refrigerator, you're less likely to drink it. If it's sitting beside your favorite chair, on your desk, or in your car, you'll naturally take more sips throughout the day. Behavioral research has shown that changing your environment often changes your habits without requiring extra willpower. That's good news, because healthy aging shouldn't depend on perfect self-control. It should depend on making healthy choices easier. Here's a challenge. Today, place a reusable water bottle somewhere you'll see it several times before bedtime. You may be surprised how often you reach for it without even thinking. Sometimes the simplest solutions really are the most effective. Habit number 6. Don't drink too much all at once. Now let's clear up a common misunderstanding. Many people believe they should drink huge amounts of water all at once. You've probably seen someone carrying an enormous bottle and trying to finish it in a single sitting. Your body doesn't work that way. It's much better to drink moderate amounts throughout the day than to suddenly drink several large glasses within a few minutes. Think of watering a garden. A gentle, steady rain allows the soil to absorb the water. A sudden flood simply runs off the surface. Your body handles hydration in a similar way. Most healthy adults benefit from drinking water gradually throughout the day, rather than trying to catch up all at once. A simple goal is to take a few sips every hour or so instead of waiting until you're extremely thirsty. Another helpful guide is your urine color. Pale yellow usually suggests you're well hydrated. Very dark yellow often means it's time to drink more fluids. Completely clear urine all day long may mean you're drinking more water than your body actually needs. Of course, everyone's needs are different. Hot weather, exercise, certain medications, and medical conditions like heart failure or kidney disease can all change how much water is appropriate. If your doctor has recommended limiting your fluids, always follow their advice instead of general recommendations. Hydration should support your health, not work against it. If you're enjoying this video, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Leave your city or country in the comments below. It's always wonderful to see this community of healthy aging grow around the world. And if you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Every week we share practical, research-based advice to help you stay healthier, stronger, and more independent after 60. So far, we've covered 6 simple water habits. But we're not finished yet. In the final part, we'll talk about the best drinks besides water, whether coffee and tea count, how to know if you're drinking enough, and the daily routine I recommend to many of my patients for supporting healthy blood sugar as they get older. And I'll also share one final message that I believe every adult over 60 needs to hear. We've talked about 6 simple water habits that can support healthy blood sugar. None of them are expensive, none require special equipment, and every one of them can become part of your daily routine. Now let's finish with 3 more habits that many people overlook, but they can help you stay hydrated in a practical and sustainable way. Habit number 7, coffee and tea count. But water should still come first. This is one of the questions I hear most often. Dr. Richard, does coffee count as water? The short answer is yes, mostly. Plain coffee and unsweetened tea do contribute to your daily fluid intake. Years ago, people believed caffeine caused severe dehydration. Today, research suggests that moderate amounts of coffee and tea provide hydration despite their mild diuretic effect. That's good news for millions of coffee lovers. But there's an important difference. A cup of black coffee isn't the same as a large flavored coffee loaded with sugar, whipped cream, and syrup. The same goes for tea. Unsweetened green tea is very different from a bottled sweet tea containing several teaspoons of added sugar. If you enjoy coffee or tea, there's usually no reason to stop drinking them unless your healthcare provider advises otherwise. Just remember this simple rule. Drink water first, then enjoy your coffee. One of my patients laughed when I suggested this. He told me, "Coffee is basically my morning water." A month later, he admitted something surprising. Starting his day with 1 glass of water first made him realize he didn't need as much coffee as he thought. Sometimes our habits are stronger than our actual needs. Habit number 8. Learn the signs that you're drinking enough. People often ask me, exactly how many glasses of water should I drink every day? The honest answer is, there isn't one number that's perfect for everyone. Your needs depend on your body size, the weather, how active you are, your medications, and your overall health. Instead of obsessing over counting glasses, pay attention to your body. Here are a few simple clues. Your urine should usually be pale yellow. You shouldn't feel thirsty all day. Your mouth shouldn't constantly feel dry, and you shouldn't feel lightheaded simply because you've been sitting outside on a warm day. Hydration isn't about reaching a magic number. It's about giving your body what it needs consistently. If you have heart failure, advanced kidney disease, or another condition requiring fluid restriction, always follow the advice of your healthcare provider instead of general recommendations like these. Healthy hydration should always be personalized. Habit number 9. Build a daily water routine you can actually keep. Now we've reached the habit I believe ties everything together. Don't think about drinking water, think about creating a routine. Healthy habits become easier when they happen automatically. Here's a simple schedule that many of my patients find easy to remember. 1 glass after waking up. 1 glass about 20 minutes before breakfast. Sip water steadily through the morning. 1 glass before lunch, water with your afternoon walk or activity. 1 glass before dinner, a small glass an hour or 2 before bed if you're not on fluid restrictions. Notice something? There's nothing complicated, no timers, no expensive bottles, no fancy detox recipes, just steady hydration throughout the day. Consistency almost always beats perfection. Research continues to show that long-term health is built by daily habits repeated over months and years, not by dramatic changes that only last a week. Let's put it all together. Today we've covered 9 simple habits that can help support healthy blood sugar through better hydration. Let's review them. Drink water within 30 minutes of waking up. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Drink a glass of water before meals. Replace 1 sugary drink with water each day. Keep water where you can easily see it. Sip steadily instead of drinking huge amounts all at once. Enjoy coffee and tea, but let water come first. Watch your body's natural hydration signals. Build a routine that's simple enough to follow every day. None of these habits will cure diabetes. None replace healthy eating, physical activity, medication, or regular medical care, but together they create an environment that supports your body's natural ability to stay healthy. Sometimes it's the smallest habits that make the biggest difference over time. One of the biggest lessons I've learned after caring for older adults is this: good health is rarely built on dramatic moments. It's built on ordinary choices repeated faithfully. A short walk after dinner, a good night's sleep, choosing water instead of a sugary drink, preparing a healthy breakfast, taking medications as prescribed. These actions may not seem exciting, but year after year, they add up. If you're over 60, remember this: your goal isn't perfection. Your goal is consistency. Every healthy choice is an investment in the years ahead. Your future self will thank you for the habits you begin today. I'd love to hear from you. How much water do you usually drink each day? Have you ever tried drinking a glass of water before every meal? Let me know in the comments below. Your experience might encourage someone else to build a healthier routine. And if you found today's video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every week here on Dr. Richard, we share practical, research-based advice to help you stay healthier, stronger, and more independent after 60. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Take good care of yourself, stay hydrated, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Medical disclaimer: this video is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional diagnosis or treatment. If you have diabetes, prediabetes, kidney disease, heart failure, or any medical condition that affects your fluid intake, please follow the guidance of your doctor or another qualified healthcare professional. If you notice symptoms such as excessive thirst, frequent urination, unexplained weight loss, or consistently high blood sugar readings, seek medical evaluation promptly.